So that's fine, Frank.
Good, man. Yeah, it's good to be back in England again. We've been away for a long time. We were in the States for 2 months and I was in Germany for a while before that, and it feels like I haven't played a show in England for an age. So it's nice to be back.
The snow's really fucked with the tour, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I mean, yeah, it's annoying. We had to postpone Aberdeen, which was kicking the balls. But I mean, to be honest, there was a moment when it looked like everything was apocalyptically fucked, and actually it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. And hopefully after this show, there's a few people who can't make the show tonight, but hopefully after today it's going to be plain sailing, fingers crossed.
Hopefully. It's even warming up a bit, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, and it was raining last night actually, which was, we were all jumping around and getting excited because rain gets rid of snow.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yes. So yeah, you can say you've been pretty busy.
Yeah, man. Just in the States with Social D, and then we were in Germany for that, in the studio before that. This tour, then I got a bunch of European promo, and then Christmas, and then in the studio again. So, you know me, I don't like being idle.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because like all the photo albums of the tour that came up on Facebook was like Frank Turner and Lucero, who just didn't mention Social Distortion at all.
What?
It's like no one really cared about Social Distortion.
Well, no, it's not that. It's they you know, with all due respect, they're an old band. They've kind of been there and done it, and they're the kind of guys. They sort of basically show up at the venue, sound check, go back to the hotel, come back, do the gig, go back to the hotel. You know, we hung out with them here and there, but we didn't see masses of them. Whereas us and Lucero, I mean, Lucero friends of mine anyway, but we all kind of buddied down and got tattoos and had fun. So it's good.
What's been the highlight of the year so far? Was it playing with NoFX, perhaps?
Playing NoFX. Mike's played with me a couple of times now as well, which is just mad. Playing Wembley was pretty crazy. I'll put that up there, and that was pretty nuts. I don't know. It's been a good year. I'm lucky enough to say it's hard to choose. Being in Sheffield today.
No, you're lying. It's a horrible place.
Sheffield's alright. I haven't headlined here for like years and years and years and years, and I'm really pleased that this show is actually happening. Because there was a moment, like I said, about 3 or 4 days ago, where everyone was like, "Sheffield is over. Just cut your losses. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's been buried in snow." So
we didn't think it was going to happen either.
Yeah, but here we are.
Good.
You recorded quite a bit as well.
Yeah, we did a new EP, and then we've got the new album. We're in the studio January the 10th, I think. Actually for the first time pretty much ever, we've got a pretty open-ended studio time, which is cool because in the past it's just been like go in, do the record, go back on tour, and this time around we've got a kind of leeway at the end of it, and it's like if it takes 3 weeks, it takes 3 weeks, and if it takes 5 weeks, it takes 5 weeks, and that's actually kind of really luxurious for me. I feel a bit like Axl Rose. This is no Chinese democracy. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm really happy about the new songs. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard any of the sound check. Yeah, we were just kind of we're trying to kind of stick some new songs in the set on this tour. That does, however, require everyone knowing how they go. So we're just doing some rehearsing in sound check.
You got the album with John Snodgrass as well.
Yeah, that's out. We got copies of that here today and stuff.
It turned up in my house this morning.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's you know what, I can't quite decide. It's either the worst or the best thing I've put my name to. I think it's probably both song by song. Do you know what I mean? It has its moments, but it's gets pretty fucking silly as it goes on. And it's one of those things we look back at it like afterwards and we're like, wow, we really did that, and we're really going to sell this to people, including like the song we recorded in the car with me clapping and us just singing. And it's just
amazing.
Anyway,
what's it like recording like such a? You were talking about the open-ended time period. We did that in like 2 days.
We wrote the album in 4 hours, and then we recorded it in about 5 hours the next day.
Nice.
And then did the gig. It was cool. It was fun. It was kind of a fun exercise. I mean, that was kind of the point of it, was to do something that was not normal. But do you know what I mean? And just do something that would kind of keep things fresh and interesting. And we had such a good time that we're talking about doing Buddies 2 next year, and then maybe like Buddies 3, Buddies Take Manhattan, and just maybe try and make it every year. Do Buddies, me and John writing records.
The new EP, the song "Two Absent Friends" wasn't written by you, was it?
It was written by me and Ben.
Okay. Oh, right.
Well, I
wasn't sure.
Basically, it was written by me, but Ben contributed the mid-late.
Is the Jamie in it? Is it?
Jamie? No, it's not actually. Though I'm more than happy for people to make that assumption. But Jamie was Million Dead's tour manager, and he is one of my best friends. But he he was one of the most kind of hardcore road warrior type people I know, and then he got married and stopped, and it was just like,
really weird.
But he moved to California, and he lives in California, and it's quite strange not having him around. So I wrote something about it, like as I do.
You spoke about the new album. Can we get a title? By any chance?
Sorry.
You spoke about the new album.
You know, I don't have a title for it yet. Which again is quite unusual for me. I usually know what album's going to be called before I finish writing them, and this time around, I really don't know. My friend Tree wants me to call it Now That's What I Call Frank Turner Volume 4.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
I'm not sure I've actually got the nuts to pull that off, so we'll see.
You've been working or thinking of penning your own kind of tour book, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm working on it. You know what? Turns out, right? it's fucking hard work. I was like, basically somebody emailed me and was like, do you want to write a book? And I said no, because I hate those kind of celeb biographies that come out when people are like 25 years old and it's like, you haven't done anything, piss off. But then, you know, we talked about it, and we talked about kind of Henry Rollins and stuff like that, and his kind of tour diaries, and, you know, Get in the Van, which is one of my favourite books.
That's great.
And so, you know, he was like, so this plan we came up with was to take from the first 1,000 shows to pick 100 and write them up as like diary entries about the shows, because the thing, I can't remember fucking anything about anything except for details of gigs, which is kind of handy given what I do. But yeah, so I started writing, and I was like, yeah, 100 entries, you know, I'll do one a day on tour, and then, you know, it'll take 100 days, I'll have it done in like 3 months, yeah, no problem. And then it was like, oh my god, this is really hard work. And so I've done about a third of it now, but it's just like, not only is it quite a lot of work writing wise, but it's also, this is going to sound a bit emo, but it kind of has actually been dredging up quite a lot of kind of memories for me, and you know, I've been thinking quite hard, and it was just funny because I sat down and read through my list of old shows that's on their website and just went, fuck, loads of gigs, and just, it was a bit kind of like, I had a bit of a moment of evaluating what I was doing. I was like, oh my god, am I making a terrible mistake? Should I be doing something else? I don't think I should, but it was, do you know what I mean? It was just a weird thing, thinking about it all in one go.
Would you ever consider doing any spoken word stuff with the Henry Rollins?
Somebody asked me about that, and I said no. I think I will say no. I mean, part of it is it's so being coined by Rollins. It's just hard to do without it being like,
Cheesy
man,
kind of.
you're fucking ripping off Henry Rollins. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I spin yarns. I talk a lot of shit, and I could probably sustain it over half an hour in front of a crowd. But I'm not sure whether I need to do that anytime soon.
Last time we spoke, we was talking about doing a tour of like 200 cap venues and doing old folk songs. And telling stories. Is that still? It's
you know what? Okay, so my kind of, my hardline idealistic view of that tour has been slightly tempered by reality in the form of my manager and record label and booking agent going, "You've lost your mind." But the next UK tour after this one is going to be in April and May, and we're going to do probably about 30 shows, and it's going to be sort of probably more like 400 rather than 200 caps.
Right.
And then we're going to do multiple dates in some places, so, you know, maybe do kind of 2 shows at Oramore, maybe do like, I want to do like 7 shows at the Underworld, or not, the Borderline in London. Again, my manager's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, you know, try and kind of, it's going to be, and it's going to be solo, and I'm going to do some stuff. I mean, I had this idea of doing a folk record to go with it. I've just run out of time to do that realistically between now and then, because I'm going to be in the studio doing. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull it out of my ass. Maybe I'll just suddenly have a flash of like, but I don't know. At the moment, it's just kind of, my life is planned up until the end of the beginning of 2012, basically. So it just, I occasionally kind of go, I want to watch some telly and like eat some ice cream and not do anything for a bit. So we'll see. But the small tour is going to happen. This is in no way confirmed at all. But what I want is, I want the lineup to be me and Tim Barry and Ben Marwood.
That'd be awesome.
Which would be fucking cool.
Yeah, there's a question down here. Would you bring Ben Marwood on tour?
Yeah. Oh fuck, I hope Ben at all, like you wouldn't believe. But I'd love to get Tim over as well, because Tim's great, incredible. Have you ever seen him play live?
No, I'm not seeing him live.
He's off the wall good.
I've seen videos and stuff, but
yeah, he's such a fucking badass. That guy just kind of like, I'll tell you what's happening, y'all. I'm going down the audience with you all, and just like unplugged his guitar and goes and like stands and just shouts in people's faces. People going, help me! It's a fucking wild man from Virginia.
real cowboy.
we talked to Chuck Reagan a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and he was talking about bringing the revival to the UK in October.
Did he say I was going to be on it?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
We were asking, are you going to be on it?
Right, okay, because right, he's doing it, and I'm absolutely gutted to say I'm not going to be on the first Revival Tour Europe, which is a shame, but it's just I've got prior commitments in that period, and it's gutting. But Chuck, bless him, sneaky motherfucker, basically won't take no for an answer. So what he has been doing, and I fucking know he's been doing this, is telling people I'm going to be on it, in the hope that I will then be kind of like guilt tripped into actually doing the tour anyway. And it's like, Chuck, and he keep like. We had this conversation. I said we could do it like 2 months ago, and I got an email from like yesterday being like, "Come on, man, do the tour." It's like I can't do it. Like how many? You're breaking my heart, man. But I might be doing it. I might actually be hosting Revival USA at some point next year, because Chuck's whole thing was he doesn't want it to always be him on the tour. You know, have different people doing it, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, would you be up for hosting Revival USA?" And I was like,
Oh yeah,
"Fuck yeah, that sounds amazing." So. We'll see.
Yeah, no, the only person he actually confirmed was Brian Fan.
Yeah, I know him and Brian because they're doing their record together and everything, and I'm sure they'll put a great lineup together and it'll be amazing. And it's gutting to not be on it, but it's not going to work for me this time round.
I'll go on it and just cover your songs for you.
All right, sweet, yeah, it's a good idea.
Deal.
That sounds excellent.
Doing that on the Revival tour.
Right, yeah, I like
that.
He also said he wanted to get people like Billy Bragg and Warren Allen on there. And
Yeah.
It seems to be like a resurgence of like folk stuff.
Yeah.
Consider doing like an old school country duet with like anyone like Laura or...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well,
Jenny Cash.
Yeah.
I've known Laura for years, and we've talked about singing together. She was actually supposed to sing on our own song, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. But yeah, no, doing stuff with Laura. I mean, and me and Billy did a gig at Glastonbury this year together as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that going on. I think that Chuck is trying to talk Billy into doing Revival UK, which would be insane. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'm not getting involved in that, but yeah, I mean, I'm always up for kind of collaborating with people and singing songs with people. So.
You did the split as well, didn't you? The competition to get some...
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Tried to,
Did you hear my song?
Probably. If you send it in, then yeah.
It was called The Government, and it was like kind of sounded like an acoustic version of Dead Kennedys, and it was just a massive piss take.
Oh really?
And it was just me screaming, going.
I'll be honest. I don't remember it specifically, but I did listen to every song. However, there were more than 600 entries.
Wow.
So that took a while.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Next time. I was sat in a hotel in Israel listening to those songs, and it just kind of. I just had this. It was really important to me that I listened to every song all the way through. But I mean, it was just I was sat there looking out at like this amazing sunset beach and all this kind of stuff with my headphones in, going, I want to go to the beach. But it was
if
like,
you didn't make it all the way through mine, I wouldn't play it. If I was going to cut one up, it would have been that one.
Yeah, it wasn't factually correct.
No. so that Ed Balls and the Liberal Democrats and stuff.
Nice. Good shit.
Someone told me that you're like really into stand-up.
I'm not sure I'd say really into. I like Dylan Moran a lot. I like
Billy Connolly.
Yeah, Billy Connolly's fucking hilarious, man. That guy's a funny motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, I like David O'Doherty. I've been watching a lot of recently. He's that song about the text messages is just the fucking best thing. But I mean, I'm not an aficionado in any way. I've got a very good friend of mine actually, who used to play in various bands with me and other people in New York. It's called Andrew O'Neill, and he's a stand-up comic, and he does kind of like black metal stand-up comedy. He's really good, and I would recommend checking out Andrew O'Neill.
Will do.
So I just wanted to move on to a little bit about the video. I wanted to get your opinions on it. What did you think of singing first of all?
I thought it was beautiful.
Thanks.
No, it was great, man. You had a little bit of like operatic vibrato in your voice. I enjoyed it.
So I'm embarrassed now.
You're right.
I'm never gonna watch this show.
By the way, I'm gonna say the other thing. You guys took the totally stupid route to get to Nambucca. There is another way of getting there.
Google Maps told us to go that way.
But where did you start?
We started at the flower pot.
And you walk from the flower pot to Nambucca. Yeah, that's fucking madness. Well, for a start, there's buses, but also, I mean, if you were coming, then there's a quicker way of doing it than the way you did it as well. And
it took about 45 minutes.
Well, next time you're making that, but don't make that journey again. Don't go to Nambucca again. I'm saying that on the record. Don't go there again.
We'll avoid it.
Yeah. Wrong way. Yeah. Anyway, right, yes, moving on before I get myself in trouble.
Did you think, right, this is the jokey question. We usually did a jokey question, but we didn't get to ask it you last time.
Let's
Let's
bring it out of retirement.
well,
Yeah.
it's already been asked and we've given the polls to Chuck, but the question was, if Chuck Reagan, Henry Rollins and a shark had a fight, who do you think would win? And we asked everyone in bands.
Chuck, Henry, and
a shark. Like
Shark.
Jaws, let's just say Jaws.
That's a fine question, right there. Did you ask Chuck that question?
No,
we
we just
delivered
giving
the
the
results.
results.
Oh, right, okay.
Everyone in Hot Water Music said Henry though. It was like, no, Chuck could get his face filled in. That's
they?
nice.
Really?
Wait,
That's interesting. I don't know. I don't think Henry would, you know. I think Henry would have done in like 81.
Yeah.
But these days, like, no offense to Henry, but like he's like 50 odd now. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
kind of like I think he might be past it. I reckon Chuck could do it. I'm gonna vote for Chuck.
Yeah, it's
Good
one.
stuff.
So.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're going to start a new
Yeah, we've
joke
got
question.
a new, the one that might end today. It might just
Yeah, it might just be today.
Alright,
but
we'll do it.
it's,
we met Jamie Lemon at Lex Palooza.
Okay.
and he was in his suit and his tash. And do you think Ruben failed as a band financially because he spent too much money on extravagant suits and tash lights?
Jesus Christ. No, I don't think they did. I have to say, having a little bit of inside knowledge about that one, that is not the reason for Ruben's demise. I think that, in fact, the causality might be the other way around. I think that Jamie may have taken his grief at Ruben coming to an end and expressed it through an extravagant choice of wardrobe and facial hair.
And I read in an interview or like an article on him that he works in a chip shop.
He doesn't anymore. He
was
used to
gonna
say.
say,
I went into my chip being like some guy in a suit with a tie.
He works in a chippy one room. He works in the Guardian now.
Yeah, does that with arts and stuff.
So
Well, that's
Pretty much done. If you've got a few minutes, maybe you could sing a song while I play on the ukulele.
okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. Let me just pour out the.
Okay.
Because I've got a silver.
Grab those. That was